hanging out with Von Miller, who knows more about cameras than I've ever known. How did you know what kind of camera we're shooting this interview on right now?
Well, I do a little social media work for my page, a couple commercials, YouTube stuff.
Okay, so do I. I don't know what kind of camera is shooting my stuff.
That's just the type of guy I am. I want to know like what I'm using, especially when I'm producing my own content. Like, you buy the camera and just a little bit of knowledge on cameras. Not too much though.
Yeah, you look great. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. This is year 13. I'm feeling good physically. Still got a little bit to go with my knee. I feel like I should be ready to go though. But I think the most important part is my mental. I'm in a great mental space. I don't have too much to worry about, but really getting back on the football field and playing the best football that I possibly can.
So are you sick of hitting those sleds out there and those tackle dummies yet? Come on.
I mean, you never really can't get tired of the process, and I just take it one day at a time. I like to show up and give it my all each and every day, no matter how I'm feeling physically, emotionally, if I'm sick or not. I just like to show up, and whatever they got on my plate, I just like to finish it out and give it my best.
Von, I thought you were sick of it because you hit Patrick Mahomes on the golf course a couple of months ago, so I thought that was just sort of getting that extra umphin since you don't get to hit guys right now.
No, that was an accident. That was an accident, man. That was an accident. And really kicking it with Patrick, man. I've kicked it with him a couple of times, man, but being there with the match, man, like, he's a cool dude, man. Travis Kelce is super cool, Steph, and Clay and Draymond, man. It was a great event to spend time with those guys.
Yeah, you're saying Brandon Beane didn't put you up to that? He wasn't like, here's your Jason Bourne, you're an asset, go take care of business.
No,
here?
me and Patrick Mahomes, we business partners, man. He's in on Greener Pastures, my chicken farm, and Drew Brees as well. So I mean, I don't want to hurt the guy. It's only one game that I don't want him. It's only one game that I don't want him to win. That's when they play the Buffalo Bills. So I love Patrick Mahomes, man. I love all those guys.
Just when you're playing him, I love that. Brandon Beane says you're close to ready to go. You could be out there week 1. Are you happy he said that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm putting in all the work. I'm doing everything I possibly can do, man. It does get kind of boring, but I don't like to get tired of it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, you want to be out there, especially I'm in the meeting rooms and I'm coaching guys up, do it this way, you got to do it like this. And, I want to get out there and show them, but you can't really rush the process, man. I'm in a good spot physically and mentally, and, whatever comes on any day, I'll be ready for it.
Last time you and I talked, I asked you about Aaron Rodgers and how, you've made him look over the years in a couple of games. That week 1 game is against them.
Yep.
At MetLife. Chances you're out there?
I mean, I want to be out there, man.
What are the chances?
I really want to be out there. If I'm in a good spot to play it, I'm going to play it. If I'm not, I'm not. It doesn't make sense just to rush out there and just to be a tough guy, just to be the Terminator. Like, if I can play, I'm going to play. When the guys see me out there, it's time for me to play. I'm feeling like Von. If I'm not feeling like Von, I'm just trying to put stuff together just to be a tough guy. It doesn't make sense to do that.
Yeah, I grew up in Chicago, so Aaron Rodgers sort of picked my team to sort of clown on for 20 years, and it's not fun. So I don't want the Bills to be that team, and of course they won't be. But what is this team working on to, not be that team with all the hype that's going on there?
I mean, first and foremost, we got the best quarterback in the division with Josh Allen. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. If he's not the best, he's number 2, and if he's not number 2, he's number 3. And he gets better and better each and every year. The offense is great. Stephon Diggs, we got James Cook. Offensive line, we've gotten better. Got my boy Gabe Davis over here, too. He's a great player as well, man. We're loading the offense. Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox, those guys are going to present all type of problems. And our defense, we got better as well, too. Offensive line, our defensive line has gotten better. Got Trey Wright back for a whole entire year this year. Last year he was hurt. Matt Milano, one of the best inside linebackers in the league. And we got the best safety. We got the best safety tandem as well with Jordan and Micah as well. So we're stacked on defense too.
Is Dalton winning camp right now? He's having such a good camp.
Dalton looks, he looks amazing. Like, he just had a jump ball, even though he didn't catch the ball. Like, he jumped so high to catch that ball, man. And he's just so wiggly and fluid out there, man. That was a great pick for us, man. And I'm excited to see what he does.
I love that you're talking about wanting to be out there to help these guys because you play at this elite level, but you also are doing your thing and you have bigger aspirations in the league as well. Do you remember that 2011 training camp? Because we're talking about these rookies looking up to you, future Hall of Famer. Like, you had Brian Dawkins, you had Champ Bailey. Like, what do you remember picking up from them or from being around them?
I just remember being around those guys. I didn't want to be a liability. I didn't want to be the guy that was the guys were going to pick on. I'm not talking about like guys on my team. I'm talking about the other offense. I didn't want to be a liability, and I remember feeling like that. I wanted to do my part. I wanted to contribute. I had Elvis Dumerville on the other side, and that's what I did. That's what I did. I didn't, I came out there. I did my job. I did whatever I was supposed to do. I didn't want to stand out and guys to make plays on me, and I didn't bust any assignments. So I think I got it accomplished my rookie season.
Yesterday I saw this sweetest photo of you carrying everybody's pass after practice, and you just had the biggest smile on your face.
I still do that. I still do that now, man. It's whatever I can do to help these guys win, man. I don't have no pride. Of course, you got to have pride on the football field, and you want to be the best player you possibly can be, but I don't have any pride with my teammates, man. I want to make these guys, life easy, man. I want to do whatever I can to help them out.
Week 10, Monday Night Football. Do you know who
Denver
you play?
Broncos. Yep. I got that circled already.
So this is the first time you're playing them, which I couldn't really believe it. It's the first time you're taking them on in your career.
Yep.
Can you call Goodell, or have you called him and said, can this game be in Denver?
No, I mean, next time it'll be in Denver. It'll be in Denver next year. I love the Denver Broncos. I grew up there, won a Super Bowl there, played in 2. I love the Denver Broncos. Russ, I'm a big fan of Russ and Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy and, Gary Bowles and McGlinchey and all of those guys, man. So, man, I love those guys. Javon Williams is a great running back as well, man, and their defense is stacked as well. Patrick Surtain. I'm still the president of the Patrick Surtain fan club.
Okay.
Love Justin Simmons and Kareem Jackson as well.
Is Tre'Davious White okay with that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm.
You're for everyone.
I'm the president of the Patrick Surtain. And this was my job title before I even got here. Like, I just can't give it up because I'm over here.
Yeah, he's going to have his hands full. Of course, they've got new leadership. Hopefully, Russell Wilson can get it done. But you do play them week 10. I think that's awesome, and I'm excited to see what happens there. You have the aspirations to be a GM. You work closely with Brandon Beane. You pick stuff up from him. There's a lot of we when you speak, which I'm always really inspired by, because you make it about the team effort and doing everything top to bottom. I talked to TJ Ward a couple of weeks ago. He started an agency. And I sort of said, why try to start a player agency? What are you trying to do? And he said, well, there's a gap. I, as a player, just know some things that are missed in the negotiations, in the process, in protecting the players. So what is it, like, in a sentence or two, that you have or that you want to, what's the bridge that you want to gap between players and front offices?
I don't know. I don't think it is. I don't think it is a gap. I think my job would be, whenever I do get the opportunity to be a general manager, my job would be to build the best championship team that I possibly can. And it's multiple ways to do that. And if we don't have a quarterback, if we don't have a championship defense, we still got to be able to put out a competitive product. We just can't go out there and just, that is what we got. Like, and either way I go, I've been on all different types of teams. I know how to present a championship product. TJ has an agency. Yeah. I want to be in the front office. That is a way we can bridge the gap right there. Like, I know TJ, I know his agency, I know the type of work that he does for his players. He'll know my team, he'll know what type of GM I'll be, and we're already working on those relationships right now. So having a relationship with the agents and being able to build the best championship team that I possibly can do, that's what I do best. That's what I know. And I'm not saying I have like a special talent or anything like that. I just know what it looks like. I've been on multiple Super Bowl teams, been around all type of Hall of Famers, and not just Hall of Fame players, but Hall of Fame coaches, Hall of Fame cafeteria workers, Hall of Fame front office ladies, and Hall of Fame janitors. Like, I just know what it looks like to build that infrastructure of a championship team.
And it looks like that here.
It does look like that here, and it starts from the top. Terry Pagula and Brandon Beane and Coach McDermott, they've done an incredible job of building this team up. Like, it might be Buffalo and it might be snowy and rainy and windy and all of that stuff, but every time you walk in the facility, it's sunny. They do a really good job of really focusing on guys' mental health and the players' needs, and they make it all about football. They make it all about winning football, playoff football, and that's something that I can appreciate. In my 13th year in the NFL. With
your GM hat on and your 13 years, how interesting is a Dalvin Cook to you right now?
Dalvin Cook is a great player. I think him going to the Jets would be a great look. I'm not really sure why they let him go with the Minnesota Vikings, because he had a great season last year. But when you think about Justin Jefferson and the type of contract that he's going to command, like, you got to free up some space, and you got Danielle Hunter over there as well. They got a lot of great players, so I can see them trying to really get ready for that, that aspect of it. But Dalvin Cook is a great player. He's fast.
What about here? You guys
we got James Cook already.
Okay, tell me about James Cook. I need to know. He's killing it.
We got James Cook already, and he already got number 4. Dalvin is number 4. So
it doesn't work.
We can't have 2 number 4s on the team, but I think James going into his second year, he'll definitely be able to take a jump. He did a lot of great things for us last year, and him year 2 in the season, like, he's going to have a great year, and working with Josh Allen, the offensive line has gotten better as well. Like, he's gonna have some explosive games this season. He had some last season as well, and I'm excited to see what he does this year.
Josh Allen has a lot on his shoulders. The hype sort of gone, which is great because it's just let's get together and work. Have you noticed anything in the past couple of weeks? Even you talk a lot about how he's the best quarterback in the division, if not in the league. What about just growth as a leader, a person, anything that you're noticing?
He's the same guy. Like, he is so consistent.
That's awesome.
You know, all the Hall of Fame quarterbacks that I've been around, they have that type of quality. Peyton Manning, it didn't matter if we won or lost, or if they said we was going to win the Super Bowl. If they didn't, he was the same guy. He came out and worked. All the guys, Matthew Stafford was the same guy. Like, he was the same guy on and off the football field. Like, it didn't matter if we were winning or losing, or if they said we wasn't going to win the Super Bowl, if they said we were going to win the Super Bowl. He was the same guy. You just go out there and do your job. And Josh Allen's the same way. And I tell you what's different from Josh Allen and those guys. Like, Josh Allen's one of the boys, man. Like, he's hanging out. Like, he's social in the locker room. He's pranking guys, and he has jokes, and he's funny, and you know, all of these cool things that I can appreciate, man. He's one of the boys, man. He's getting better and better every year. You know, that's all we talk about. We talk about golf and winning Super Bowls.
Yeah.
That's all me and Josh. That's all our conversation is just golf and winning Super Bowls. Like.
So how do you do it? How do you take all of this and turn it into a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
You know you've done it twice, two different teams. Let's just get you your third ring with another one.
You can have the best team in the world. That doesn't add to, like, you could look at the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. They have one of the best teams in the league, if not, you know, number one and number two best team in the league. Like, they don't win a Super Bowl every year. Like, it just takes a little bit of luck. You just got to keep having shots on goal. And that's where we're at right here. If we're not the best team in the league, we're one of the best teams in the league, and it just takes a little bit of luck. We got hit with injuries last year. It was tough for us last year. We just got to keep going. It's like soccer. Just because you kick the ball in the goal, like, it don't mean you're going to hit that. It don't mean you're going to get that goal every single time. You can look at Messi. He's one of the best, you know, soccer players in the world. Like, he's not going to score every single goal. You just got to have multiple shots on goal. And we have another shot on goal with this team. We have a great team. Josh Allen and Brandon Beane, they've built a great team for us, man, and I'm excited for it.
You're the best. Thanks for taking time. I think that buzzer was pulling you to do God knows what, buy a new camera or start a new team or whatever it is. What are you interested in right now?
Me?
What are you obsessed with right now? What's your current obsession?
Right now, winning Super Bowls. Like, you know.
But here's my problem. You say you want to win the Super Bowl and you're working really hard, but you're also saying it's out of your hands.
Yeah.
So how do you live that way?
I can't not try to win a Super Bowl because it's out of my hands. Like, I still got to put my best foot forward, but really just trying to influence my guys to play at a level they wouldn't normally play at.
You always do.
And I feel like the difference between great teams and other great teams is really the mindset. So that's where I add value to these guys. I try to make sure we have the best mindset that we possibly can going into games, whether we win or lose.
Yeah, you're the best.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.